Welcome to Range Time. I'm your host Ghost, and today we're going to be looking at some of the hosier stages that are available in ACR. With that, let's get started. One of the community members asked me to go over how I shoot some of the hosier stages in ACR. I guess they're looking to get faster. I'm not really that person, but I'll show you how I do it. And I'm running the series, and I'm actually going to add a couple of stages as well to the series. So we'll run through the series for the hosiers, and then I'll add, I think it's dumpster fire and not resetting this. That way you can kind of see how I'm shooting all of those things, and hopefully you pick up a tip or two from how I shoot it. So the first one, Guns Out TV, man, I'll tell you, this is hard on the trigger finger, especially going through the blue and red stages, and you kind of lose the red dot on the red targets. But yeah, the trick here I utilize is don't change elevations if you don't have to. What I mean by that is when I'm shooting, I shoot the top row right to left, or left to right, and then I shoot the bottom row right to left, because the bottom row you only have to shoot once, and then it falls, right? Whereas the back row takes two. So that's how I kind of do it. So that way I know I'm going 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 all the way across, and then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So for these stages, I'm going to run it from a low ready. Just shows a little bit more speed because of my holster draw and stuff like that. So you'll get to see a couple of quicker runs, and yeah, like I said, I'll talk about each stage as I go through, and hopefully you pick up a tip or two.
Stand by.
Okay. Not bad. You notice there was a couple of them where I would move off the steel and have to go back. It's because I'm not waiting for the hit to be heard. I'm calling the shot, and I'm calling it wrong sometimes. Just the rank that I'm at, that's how good I am. So that's why that happens, and I would encourage you to do that, because if you're waiting for the confirmation of a steel hit, you're giving up time. If you find that you need to go back, it's better to go back at the end, or if you can immediately recognize it, go back real quick and then keep transitioning. So something to work on. We'll go ahead and do the next stage. This is Bang and Clang, but we'll give it a shot.
Stand by.
Okay. That one's pretty cut and dry. I try to work my way across the steels, and then the transition up and transition down works pretty good for me. Hosier 1. Okay. This one here, when I'm shooting it, I shoot the center plate first, the center popper, then the right static plate center popper again, since this one will have fallen by then the left center again, and then work my way across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By that point, I can hit the center, the fourth one in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the last center one. So I mess this up pretty often. That's my stage plan, but my brain doesn't usually keep up with what I'm doing, or vice versa. But that's kind of the most efficient way that I can think of doing it. Again, there's going to be some misses probably here and there because I'm trying to go fast. Don't hold the gun on the target that you just shot. Get it moving and go back if you have to.
Stand by.
Insert yay sound effect here. Not my best run overall, 7 point something over there, but still pretty good and happy with that performance. So that's how I run Hosier 1.
Huh?
Did I pick the right one? Yeah, we'll go through Hosier 2 and Hosier 3 on their own as well. That's fine. Guns Out TV, it's a double bill drill, so 6, reload 6. We'll go ahead and run
Stand
that.
by.
Ah. Not bad overall. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright, here we are on Hosier 2. The thing with this one is those swinging no-shoots in the back. You really got to watch out for that as you're slinging lead down. I like to start personally on the left-hand side, low left, work my way across these two plates, kind of hit this one here, that one there, work my way up and across. And what I'll do is not straight across and then straight back. I find that's ineffective. I go from here to here and kind of continue in that S pattern. Kind of like that. For those two plate racks, I find that's way more efficient than going left or left to right and then right to left. So we'll see that in action here. We might run it once or twice since we're not in a series and see how that goes.
Stand by.
So we could see there was a couple of makeups, had to go back, hit them again because, again, shot calling wasn't there. It's still more efficient to do it that way than to wait on each and every target to confirm my hit. So go ahead and do it one more time.
Stand by.
Okay. A little bit better, but again, yeah, we had that one little hiccup over there. So that's how I shoot Hosier 2. For Hosier 3, there's two ways of shooting it. Pick whichever way you like. Again, you're going to have two no-shoot targets kind of moving in the back, but only after you shoot one of the steel square plates. If you shoot the star first, they don't start moving. Try it both ways, see what works best for you, but I would recommend either the star first or the plates first. Don't mix and match. I use the star first just because I like to get it out of the way early. If I was to do it off of the transition, say I shoot all my plates, I come up and around, and I transition back, I feel like I'm going to be slower than if I just start here, end here, and then transition over. When I'm shooting this star too, by the way, there's a lot of ways to shoot the Texas star. I've seen the way where you shoot one target and it rolls into it, or somebody shoots, I think, this one, then the top one because it keeps the leg stable. I don't do that. I shoot the top one here, the top right, the left one here, and then the bottom two in whichever order it's kind of starting to go. And that works well for me. So it'd be here. And I'll show you that when we run the drill. But you can see I shot the star, and then the no-shoot targets aren't going. But as soon as we shoot one of the plates, those start going. So by the time I get around the circle, would they be gone and I could shoot the star freely? Probably, but just try it both ways, see which way works best for you. For me, I shoot the star first. We'll try it one way with the star first, and then we'll try it one way with the plates first.
Stand by.
Okay, pretty clean run. Hesitated a little bit because I saw the Texas Star arm rolling into one of the targets I was going for. That is the downfall in my mind of shooting the star first. Almost got an ace on it. Geez, some of you guys are wicked fast. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll clean that up real quick. Just curious. Yeah, first shot was at a .93, so we could definitely speed that up from a low ready. Make up some time there. There's also, obviously, in the split times for some of them, half a second is way too long on a star. And bringing it across, not bad. So we'll go ahead and shoot it again, but we're going to shoot the square plates first and then the star.
Stand by.
Nope.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Ah! We're going to do that one again. We should call this stage dumpster fire for me sometimes. Okay. We'll do one more
Stand
time.
by.
Oh, what's going on? One more time. Even that wasn't bad.
Stand by.
I don't know. I think I find the star visually distracting with the white targets there. And I'm not sure if that's just me. But I feel like I feel like I'm slower because of those targets there, drawing my eye away from where I'm shooting. It might just be my perception. I forgot my stage is in the game now. Twinkle Twinkle. I made that one up kind of as a joke, and they were like, "Oh, that's a good stage. We're gonna incorporate it." I was like, "Really? Out of all the stages, you picked that one?" But we'll do that one last. We'll do this one here. Not resetting this. We'll do Dumpster Fire, and then we'll take a look at Twinkle Twinkle and how I shoot that one. So, not resetting this. Yeah, if this was real life, I would hate the stage for being like an RO or someone who had to reset it. But the Polish plate rack, the one here in the middle, this one here, Polish plate rack. The way I shoot it is I shoot this one here first, then this one, then this one starts to swing up, so I shoot this one third, fourth, then these two swing up, so fifth, sixth, seventh, and I leave the eighth one there on the target because then it keeps it vertical and it's out of the way of the two stars. If I shoot that one, it starts kind of helicoptering on me a little bit and it's hard to predict. The stars as well, when I'm shooting them, if I try to do my normal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't work as well on the stage because of the Polish plate in the way. So I shoot like 1, 2, 3 as that one rolls up. Then I come out here to this little plate and then I clean up the rack as it's rolling up like this. It's coming around to the right on this one, I think, when I do it. I clean it up. And just the opposite on the other side. So as the plate rack starts to rotate, whichever way, I clean it up that way. So we'll see that in action here. Get teleported back to where we need to go. Just to kind of show the Polish rack without time, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and leave it. It'll even itself out. Whereas if I shot that last one, you can see it starts to do that helicoptering thing. And then when you start shooting the stars, see it kind of gets in the way a little bit sometimes. So that's why I do that. And anytime I see a Polish plate rack, I try to do it that way, unless it's kind of by itself, in which case, yeah, I just clean the whole thing up. So we'll go ahead and give the stage a shot.
Stand by.
Ah! Falling apart. We'll do that one more time. Even with all those misses and stuff, still a diamond run. So you can see by doing it that way and having a decent stage plan, even with poor execution, you can still score pretty well. So we'll go ahead and do it one more time.
Stand by.
Okay. You see I abandoned the star on the right because it was going to start swinging wildly. So when I know that the stars are going to start going off tempo for me, I abandon them until they settle if I can. Obviously, if it was the last star target, yeah, you got to fight it a little bit, wait for it to hit a point, and then get it. But when I start seeing it kind of go off the rails like that, abandon it and go back to it. You'll do better. So pretty awesome. So Dumpster Fire is a good example again of the Polish plate rack and why I shoot it the way I do. So when I shoot it here, we've got these no shoots behind it. It's kind of risky to do it the way I do it, but that's pretty easy. We can see here, it's still swinging quite a bit, so sometimes I'll leave the 2 on the right to give it more weight on the bottom so it settles out vertically. Because what's happening now is when I go to engage the targets behind it, it's blocking it some of the time, so I have to wait for it to swing out of the way or I'm hitting it. So when I'm shooting it this time, I'm going to do my best to remember, don't shoot plates 7 and 8, leave them, and then at the end, clean them up.
Stand by.
Ah! No shoot. Pulled it a little too soon. That's kind of weird that it didn't count it. Gave me a lucky break. But yeah, so 11-3-7 there on that one. Executed how I want. Let's do it one more
Stand
time.
by.
Much safer that way when it was swinging to the left, not in front of the no-shoots, because I changed my order of shooting the targets in the back. And what do you know? Success. So that's pretty awesome. New high score. Happy with that performance. That's how I would shoot dumpster fire. So here we are in Twinkle Twinkle. The idea here was to have a little star surrounded by 2 other stars, and you can kind of decide, are you going to start on the typical left-right, shoot stationaries? Are you going to how are you going to shoot these stars? Ideally, the middle star is a little further back in my mind when I was designing it, but this works out pretty well. It's just to have some depth and variability on how fast you can shoot these stars, because when they're up close, they're a little easier to shoot than when they were back a little bit further, right? You gotta take your time a little bit more to make sure that you're getting those hits, because the targets appear relatively that much smaller. The little targets here are really just to throw off rhythm and make sure that you're transitioning effectively off the stars. So that's why those were there. And yeah, so came Twinkle Twinkle, and that's why we have 3 stars and 2 little targets out there. So how I shoot this one though, literally how I shoot every other star. Top one, right one, left one, and then whichever one I feel is going the direction that I want it to go, depending on the stage. And in this case, I think it's going to be zipping across to this one and then down to this one to keep it from transitioning the most. I just do it on star 1, then that plate, star 2, then that plate, and then star 3. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Stand by.
That's interesting because I'm pretty sure I did. So what's interesting is on this one I felt that I had the transition from shot 3 to shot 4 being more effective, and then over to shot 5 rather than my normal 3 to 5 to 4 pattern. Sometimes you just get a feel for it. The other two, no, I went in my normal pattern, so just something interesting there. Did pretty good. Let's go ahead and shoot it one more time. So port back, reset.
Stand by.
Did it again. Interesting. I wonder why I do that. Okay. Still pretty good performance. I'm happy with that out of Twinkle Twinkle. And yeah, it's a fun little stage. Gets a lot of transitions, a lot of shooting the stars, which I find helpful. And hopefully you enjoy the stage as well. I know some of you think it's your favorite out there. That's great. Great time. I did see one comment, though. I forget where it was. But you can set this up on the Range Arranger. So if you're not shooting for like score and stuff like that, you can go out to the Range Arranger and set this pretty much exactly up like this, or you can make that middle star further back and run it off your timer. So if you're competing with friends like a multiplayer, that's where I'd be doing it, for the multiple stars to be able to see who wins, or even using like the multiplayer duels or the Guns Out TV stuff if you're doing head-to-head stuff. I hope you learned how to shoot a couple of the steel stages here in Ace VR, and we'll see you next time on Range Time.